Unit 1, Day 2, lines of reflection. All right, so once you circle the Y, and then circle the 2, you mark it right there at 2, you draw a line, and with that line, the red line that is, you put arrows. This is your line of reflection. We're not going to reflect this one right now, but this is the line that this picture would jump over the same distance from the line. So let's see. The x-axis. If you have a highlighter, which I hope you do, please highlight the x-axis if you know what that is. On number 2, if you know the, oh, no paper? Did I give one? Okay, I think it went. Please highlight the x-axis if you know what it is. Once you highlight the x-axis, you have your line of reflection. That's what that big picture is going to jump over. If you don't know what the x-axis is, x-axis is sort of like the axis of evil. Back in the day, President Bush, they had certain countries, they called them the axis of evil when there was the whole 9/11 and all that stuff. So here's the deal. I want to give you the equation for the x-axis. Can someone tell me what number on the y-line the red line goes through? Okay. 0 is correct because, and if you can highlight that here, put a 0 there, because the red line goes through 0 on the y, just like the red line went through the -2, please try to write the equation. Here's the equation for this red line, because it went through -2. Please write the equation for this line because it goes through 0. In other words, it's going to be y equals something. It's your job to guess what it's going to be. This is your hint over here. If ever they write down, please write down the equation for the x-axis. This is what you're going to write down. Learning music. All right, can someone say out loud what that equation is? Y equals 0. I'm going to start using you as backup so you won't get the answer to the next one. All right, so let's see if we can get another one. So right now, I just want you to get used to the equation. Once we get the line, then putting the dots at the same distance. Let's see, W is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting the dots is going to be easy. If you can count up to 10, you can get the dots. If you can't count up to 10, this may be the wrong tool for you, so don't worry about it. Let's see if we can get the other two. Do me a favor, if there's another y equals problem on there, find it and put in that line, highlight it. What number is another y equals problem, if anyone sees one? Leave number 3 alone, he's tricky. Number 4, 4 and 6. Please put in the y line for number 4. 5 is going to be a little different because this is an x, but it's the same concept. No, it can be the same color. That's okay, unless you want to be have fun with it that way. That's cool too. Here. So right now you're finding the line of symmetry, which they're going to ask you to do in just a moment, somewhere else. Number 4, I'm going to look around. Do show your, once you highlight it, show it to someone else. That way you're not alone with the wrong answer, but you can be like, oh, shoot, we have the same answer, or whoa, how'd you get that? So show it to the person next to you. Number 4, the y equals. Y equals negative x. This is a tricky one. No, we just jumped out to another y equals that has a number. All right, let's see if we got this. Y equals -1, dot, arrow. Right next to it, y equals -1. So you find the dot on the line on the x that says, oh, find the -1 on the y, and then make a plus sign with it. When they say x equals, so you might guess, find the dot on the x line and make a plus sign with it. So let's try this. Let's see who can do that one. What number? Oh, number 5. Try number 5 and show it to the person next to you. Now, we haven't completed these problems. But if you don't know where the line of symmetry is, then you don't need to do anything else that's going to be wrong. Once you find it, then you know how to do the next part. Go to number 5. You're doing the same thing to the x-axis that we just did to the y. we'll probably fill in one or two of these, and then, hey, am I still recording? We'll fill in one or two of these. Yeah, I am. And then we'll leave the rest for homework on this page and go on to the other page of support. All right, let's see if I can do the one with the number 5. All right, number 5. Let's see if we can get 5. Hey, 5, where are you? 5, where's the negative 3? I'll do this one in green. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Dot on the X. Make sure you show it to somebody else.
What?
Yes.
Why is it going up and down?
I know, that's the tricky part. I know.
That's why I messed up.
And I even hate the fact that you have to think backwards. But when they say x equals 3, what they're asking you is, can you find the negative 3 on the x-axis? Oh yeah, here it is. Ding, ding, ding. An x, let me put a little box. Say you were writing what this looks like in a chart form. X, Y. Here's what this looks like in chart form. They said that x is a negative 3. When they say x equals negative 3, the rule is simply this. When x is 0, or rather when y is 0, x is still negative 3. It's called a constant equation because the x will never change. When y is 1, x is going to be negative 3. It never changes. I'll do one more. When y is a negative 1, doesn't matter. This is a constant equation when there's just a letter and a number. X is negative 3. The question is, well, if I had to graph that, what would that look like? Here it goes. Negative 3 comma 0. Okay. Negative 3 comma 0. That's u. Negative 3 comma 1. Let's see. Negative 3 comma 1. Okay, that's u. Negative 3 comma negative 1. Negative 3 comma negative 1. That's u. And if you were to connect the dots, which is what we call graphing, it would turn out to be the same straight line that I'm teaching with just the plus sign method. But that's the reason why it's like, huh? I mark it here. Shouldn't it be x by going that way? But no. You find it on the x, then crisscross it. Or you find it on the y, then crisscross it. All right, let's see what we got here. The last two, which is the only one that's not done, the y equals negative x? Is that the only one?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that one and then actually get an answer, turn it to the back, get some answers, and leave this alone. So hopefully we can finish this piece in 11 minutes. Then the real one, we'll use the rest of the time for it. Here we go. This one I'm just going to tell you, at some point in life, some math teacher, perhaps me, may explain exactly why the line that I'm about to give you is what it is. But for now, just take it as a gift, memorize it. Will they put this on the test? More than likely, they won't put this one. Here we go. X equals. Let me do 3 numbers. Let me do an XY table so you can see it in action. XY table for this equation here. Let's try it this way. Let's do what happens when y is 1. What happens when y is. Something feels weird. Hold on, something feels weird. When y is 1, when x is 1, let me do it backwards. I got it now. Got it now. What happens when x is 1, when x is 0, when x is negative 1? Here it comes. Now, I'm going to show you the picture. The picture will always be what I'm going to show you. You don't have to do the table. But just for a mind you tune here where it's like, I don't get why it's going to slide down every single time. When x is 1, y equals the opposite of x, negative 1. That's what a minus sign in front of a letter means. Hey, what's the opposite of the letter x? When x is 0, what's the opposite of 0? Well, 0 happens to be the opposite of 0. When x is a negative 1, what is the opposite of negative 1? Well, it's a regular 1. I'm going to graph those to then tell you, you don't have to do the table. The picture will always be the same for y equals negative x, and here it comes. Let's see, 1 comma negative 1. 1 comma negative 1. 0 comma 0. 0 comma 0. Negative 1 comma 1. Negative 1 comma negative 1, or rather comma 1. This line here, this diagonal line going downhill from left to right, is what this will always equal. And let's see if I can connect the dots. I wish I had a ruler, but I don't. Go through, go through, go through, go through, go through, and stop. Arrows mean the line goes on and on forever and ever. That's what the picture looks like. But you don't need a table to know that. Y equals regular x goes uphill. Y equals negative x goes downhill, splitting each box in half. All right, so we have all 6 of our lines of, what's the word I'm looking for? Lines of reflection. We will choose one of these to actually do, and then the rest will be for homework. How about this, these big and ugly? I'll still do them. We'll do big and ugly. Number 4. Number 4 we had y equals 1. I'll do one of the letters and let you do the other 3. Here comes the C. This one was fine. 1 on the y line. Where's negative 1? There you are. I'm going to cut through it. Y equals negative 1. And now I'm going to reflect. Should I do an easy reflect or a hard reflect? All right, let's see if this W, let's see how you feel about the W. The W, to reflect it, all I do is I count the number of times it takes me to get from that dot to the green line. And however many times it took me to count from that dot to the green line, I keep counting that same number of times. Like, what does he mean? 1, 2 loops. So you don't count the W itself initially. You start with loops. Here we go. 1. Do it a different color so it doesn't go with the green. I'll make it blue. Here goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes me 4 tries to get there, so I got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. The new W has a new name, W prime. That's how you name the new guy. That's how you reflect. So wherever they start, you got to go towards the green line. Once you get at the green line, count how many times you got there, then go past the green line that many times. So I, just as a hint, I is going to come down. B, when it's your turn to do B, he's actually going to jump over the opposite side of the green. The L, he started below the green, he's going to end above the green. So hopefully you can see the 2 guys above the green will end up below the green. And the 2 guys below the green are going to wind up above the green. They have to be the same distance away. I wish there was something I knew in real life that it's the same distance away from the other thing when it happens. Let's pause so you can get a chance to do that. 3 is a little tricky because it's diagonal, but it's still the same principle. The same distance you are away from red on one side of it, you're going to be that same distance away from red on the other side. So I'm going to do J and I'm going to do A. You'll do S and T. J, I'll do it in blue. Yeah, why not? J is 1/2 of a box away, so 1/2, 1/2. There's J prime. If you go into the entertainment industry, consider letting your name and the word prime come after it. That could be kind of a cool thing. So you could be like T prime. You could be like you'd be like Jesse prime. Okay, it works more with a letter, but you got the idea. Here comes A prime. A prime is just 1 whole box away. So on the other side, 1 whole box away. A prime. Now what is true, once you get the whole shape on the other side, you do have to connect the lines to make a picture. So go ahead and do that for 3. Show it to someone next to you. I'm going to finish off 4, and that way you'll have it in the video at home. That people are like, where'd you go too fast? Well, at home you can stop it, look at it, back it up. You can flip it, drop it like it's hot. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I said drop it like it's hot. All right, well, here we go. Because I'm from LA. You know where LA is? It's that way. All right, here it comes. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm trying to finish this whole problem. Yeah, it's west. All right, L should be right here, 1 away. L prime. B should be 2 up. 1, 2, 1, 2. B prime. And how about I? You're 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I prime. Now they will put this on a test, maybe the easier version. You connect the dots. I'm going to connect them in red. Sure. My primes, where are my primes? I and W are connected. I and W, yeah. Who? L and who? L and W. Who else is connected? B, who you connect to? B and L. Where's an L? Something's wrong with my picture. Yeah, oh, there it is. L and B. And then who's the last people? I and B. I and B. That's a terrible picture. Why would I give him a hard one? I don't know. Here comes A. Let's see. S is how many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's S prime. You got to put the new name on it. And then T, where are you, T? 1 and a half. 1 and a half. At least that's what I got to hope I'm right. I'm going to connect the dots. Let's see. A goes to, let's see, T and S. Where's T and S? A goes to S. A goes to whatever letter this is that I can't read. A goes to J. And J and T. There it is. You get to see that on the video.